occasionally just sneak in and be like, I'm just here for a good time, not a long time.
It's the Scott and Allie Not for Air podcast. The rules are gone. The shirt is untucked. Here's Scott and Allie.
Happy birthday.
I thank you for that. Yes, we're recording this. Actually, I should mention that because this is out on Tuesday. We're recording it on Thursday, the 20th of February, which is my birthday today. So thank you.
Also my parents' anniversary.
Yeah.
And my parents, they've been married a long time. And we have a family group message.
Yeah.
And first my mom types, because why do old people text everything backwards? She types 45th anniversary. Just 45th anniversary. That's all she texts.
Which right there is a great text.
So I said, it's not till tomorrow. Pump the brake scale.
This came last night. That's great.
And then she sent a picture of them. They went out on a date for their 45th anniversary.
Oh, that's sweet.
To a restaurant called The Precinct. I'm like, I'm sorry.
That's great.
What is this, prison, like your marriage?
Well, yeah, I was going to say, the old expression, if you'd have knocked her off on your wedding night, you'd be out in 25 years on good behavior.
Right.
Terrible comment. Terrible comment.
But yeah, happy birthday. You don't seem into this.
It's a... nothing year. It's a Thursday birthday.
Thursday birthdays aren't bad.
And when you get up at 4 a.m. on Friday to do a show, it's not great.
Were you hoping? Well, I guess I was wondering, were you hoping for a party? But you have plans this weekend.
Yeah, I got to travel on Saturday. I think we're going to go to a Harry Potter.
Oh, you are.
What? Yeah, I got asked to go to this. What is it? A Harry Potter.
There's two things. There is the ball on Friday, and then
doing the ball.
Sunday is the market.
We're doing the Harry Potter market.
The whimsical.
Could they slide in the Starship Enterprise somewhere for me?
I wonder if they will do something because it's a whimsical market.
Well, all right.
So you guys are going to that?
Yeah, I got asked, can we go to that? And of course I said sure.
You said for my birthday, yes, I would love to.
Let's do that. Why not?
We do things in relationships that we don't want to do. Last night I went to a gun store. I didn't want to do that. I was there for an hour and a half. Before we even went, I said, why don't I just stay home and you go? And he said, but I want to spend time with you. Zach's big love language is quality time. But I want to spend time with you. Plus, he doesn't like to do anything by himself.
Well, that's more the truth because you told me before we started the podcast how the arrangement of you two last night really worked.
Yes, because he went into the gun store. I sat in the car and edited social media videos.
For how long?
An hour and a half.
That quality time is showing itself so well.
Right. It was supposed to be 20 minutes. And then when I said, why don't I stay home? He said, all right, well, then we can just go this weekend. And that's when I said,
oh, God, no,
let's go now. Let's get it out of the way.
So you had quality time with the handicap sign because you were holding that spot, making it look good, right?
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. I just really would have rather sat on my couch.
Yeah, I know.
And done that exact same thing that I was doing in the car on my couch. In my pajamas. Well, I was still kind of in my pajamas.
Mowing the lawn in the dead of February, right?
Yeah, because then we went into a restaurant to grab a slice of pizza.
Oh.
And I went in with literally joggers on, my pajamas. I went in my pajamas.
Really? Here I am.
And I was embarrassed, very much so. But at that point, you're hungry, you're tired, you have been at this gun store for an hour and a half.
Or a parking lot.
The things we do for our significant others.
Hey, at least you got quality time riding back and forth together.
I know. Exactly.
Well, since you mentioned that it is my birthday today, I found some things that happened on February 20th. Again, I know this comes out on Tuesday. Let's see how the day works out for me. Is it a good day? Is it not a good day?
Okay.
Well, we'll start with this. 300 years ago in 1725, the first scalping by evil white men happened in New Hampshire. The colonists took 10
That's why
scalps.
you're bald.
Yes, from the body of Native Americans they'd attacked in order to claim a bounty of 100 pounds of scalp, per scalp, 100 pounds per scalp. So, well, that didn't start that great.
It's like you were destined to not have hair.
I guess. 233 years ago in 1792, President George Washington created the U.S. Post Office. They're still as slow today as they were then. Hey-o! All right. 63
That is
years.
really cool, though. That is a really fun fact.
This one is really cool for me. 63 years ago, yes, Allie, older than me.
Oh, really? Not by much.
1962, astronaut John Glenn became the first American to orbit the Earth.
That is cool.
That's very cool. Let's see. Well, we'll move down here. Oh, this is another cool one because I love this movie. Remember the Batman movie that was done with
Michael Keaton?
Michael Keaton?
Yes.
So 35 years ago in 1990, Danny Elfman won a Grammy for the composing of the Batman theme.
Do you want to know what's so funny? I can hear it in my head.
The
Yes.
Yeah. Metallica won an award on this day. Oh, here's a great one. Back years ago, to 35 years ago, Young MC won Best Rap Performance for Bust a Move. So to you, I give you my best friend Harry has a brother Larry. In 5 days from now, he's going to marry. Hoping you can make it there if you can. In the ceremony, you'll be the best man. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I want to know, is your birthday on a Friday next year? Because I
don't know.
I feel like you should just be more, into it.
We've got dog training tonight. That's the highlight of it.
That's exciting. How are they doing with that?
Sitting in a parking lot at a gun store.
Oh, you don't like the dog training?
No. Our dog trainer's great. The dogs are really cute to watch doing it. It's a private lesson.
Now, is it a private lesson because your dogs can't quit humping each other?
Yeah.
And your birthday is on a Friday next year.
That'll be fun.
That's awesome.
Oh, that'll be a lot of fun. 29 years ago, 1996, Snoop Dogg and his bodyguard were found not guilty of first-degree murder.
What? I don't remember this.
The jury deadlocked on voluntary manslaughter charges, and a mistrial was declared.
How is it that at one point he was there and now he is the commentator for the Olympics?
He is everywhere.
He's everybody's cool uncle.
He is.
Wait. Back to the dog training thing. So are they really doing an individual lesson because they can't stop humping?
No, it has nothing to do with the humping. Our lessons are normally on Saturdays, but for 2 Saturdays this month, we've been having to travel, and so we'd miss lessons, so they're putting us in there. Although Ginger and Finn kind of steal the show at the dog training, with the dog trainers. First of all, Finn is very, very smart. He almost could have been, if he could keep his wiener in, he could have probably been a service dog. He's that smart. Like, he was learning to lay down before any other dog. When all the other dogs in the dog class were just like, rah, 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 barking at each other. And the trainer has a soft spot for him. So it's really a mix of, we couldn't make the 2 regular scheduled ones, but they'll get something very special out of.
They're getting the scot-free treatment.
Oh, yes. The private.
I see what's going on.
Well,
here.
I already paid $90 a dog. You better find a way to fit me in.
Yeah. I think $90 isn't that bad.
No, it's not. It's just 6 weeks of it, but they'll learn how to do certain things and all that.
Oh, 6 weeks for $90. That's really good.
Yeah, no, it really is. Wonderful trainer, too.
All right, anything else?
Yeah, 22 years ago in 2003, the station nightclub fire with Great White killed all those people. Remember that?
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. I do. I remember that vividly.
So that happened on my birthday. And 20 years ago, and this actually might be more of a gift for me.
What's shocking is that there was more than 5 people there.
Wow. You can tell that it's 22 years ago that we can now actually have a joke about it. It was actually 100 people that were trampled trying to get out. Yeah, well, that too. And then 20 years ago, back in 2005, the contents of Paris Hilton's hack T-Mobile sidekick hit the internet. So we all got some free porn out of that.
Yeah, par for the course. I'm not surprised.
Paris?
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. I don't know if I ever looked.
I saw it.
Okay, I figured. I figured most people were. It's like when what was the wiener that I looked at once that I was really excited. It was somebody's that
earlier this winter I gave you a Dixicle. Remember that?
Yes, that's on our social. Yes,
it's still in our freezer at the radio station.
Anything else before we do all the updates?
Here we go. Rihanna, 37 today on my birthday. So I get a birthday buddy there.
That's your birthday birthday buddy.
Yeah. Trevor Noah, also a birthday buddy.
That's a good one, too.
Other ones that you would know, Brian Luttrell from the Backstreet Boys. He's 5 years younger than me, 4 years younger.
Awesome.
Cindy Crawford and her jeans, 59 on my birthday.
Yeah,
and,
it looks better than you.
You know, yes. You know who else is great is French Stewart. Funny as hell. He's 61.
I did not know that was your birthday buddy.
Yeah, and Charles Barkley. So I got a sports guy in there. I'm seeing anybody. Oh, Ivana Trump. She's passed, though. She passed in 2022.
God, I forgot about that.
Kurt Cobain and I share a birthday. Well, he did with me, but he's gone now.
I did not know that either.
And that's kind of... Oh, and it's National Love Your Pet Day. There you go. And that's it. We got to do this for your birthday when it comes around on the 26th of November.
I can already tell you who my birthday buddy is.
Oh, yeah?
It's Tina Turner.
Oh, God, what a great birthday buddy.
I know.
Oh, legs for days.
I don't know any of my other birthday buddies, but that's the one I remember.
Oh.
Okay, the updates. This was actually requested from a listener. So I went back this morning and listened to some of our podcasts because I wanted to make sure I was understanding their request.
Okay.
They said, we have a lot of updates to get to. So the first one was the Uber driver. And I was like, the Uber driver. Oh, that's right. We had a coworker who we were accusing of Ubering on the clock. Yes. And what happened was at 7-Eleven, I went there to get a Diet Coke, and the girl said, "Oh, your coworker Ubered me to work today." And I thought, no, I don't think that's him.
Possible.
Scott confirmed, yes, he's an Uber driver. He confirmed it as well. So
but what we can't confirm is any Ubering during our work hours.
Right, but I do want to talk about that in a second.
Okay.
But because what happened was he comes into work and he's like, oh, and I'm thinking, what's going on? His car broke down. Here's a great perk. And I love this about this update. His car broke down, and with Uber, you also get AAA. So he was able to get his car towed. Now, he said he wasn't Ubering at the time. So he says he wasn't Ubering at the time, but he thinks that he could use it for just for any instance.
I mean, if you get it with it, that's one of the perks. Whether I'm on my way to pick someone up, drop them off, whatever the case may be, you've got it.
I did talk to him on the phone last night.
Yeah.
And one thing we did talk about was how he does always get his work done.
Yes.
And he said, I am not one, because what I said to him was, I don't need somebody to punch in, punch out. I don't need you to be always on the clock or anything like that. I don't care about that. And he said, no, I don't think so either. If I hit my goals because he's a salesperson, if I hit my goals in the first 3 days of the work week, if you want to spend the other 2 on the golf course or something else, I'm totally fine with that. And I said, now I do have a little bit of a different mentality because I always feel like there's something that I could be doing. But I think that sometimes that shifts because don't you sometimes feel like I need some downtime because I've worked hard. I hit my goals in the first 3 days. But then for me, because the show is my baby, I always think, what else can I be doing?
See, now that's where I got to go with you on this. See, I'm a little more cynical when it comes to this sort of a situation. All right, you don't necessarily have to punch in and punch out. Although I do believe that a level of structure does keep you focused and on your game. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying this about the person we're talking about, but I think for society more than not, you can get caught in a trap of, and I'll use your example, if I got all my stuff done in the first 3 days, that leaves me 2 more days in the week to do more as I please. I am a person that would say, now hold on a minute. You may have gotten done, but a goal is simply the baseline of your expectations.
Right.
What more can be done? I mean, if you want to win an Academy Award and you are happy being in B movies, you're never winning an Academy Award. Hello to the Baldwin brothers. So
right.
You know what I'm saying? If you
and then you're up for murder.
Yeah, well, that's that one. He's the big one, but so I use it as yes, downtime's important, but it has to be mixed with a level of structure and a level of I need to consistently know that you are attempting to be better than you actually can be because a lot of us live in a baseline. And frankly, I'm a person that believes you can be the best you can be if you go a little bit more. I'm not saying you have to work 70 hours a week, although I know there's some people that do. You don't have to work necessarily 70 hours a week and do everything and burn yourself out. That's not what I'm saying. But are you looking at it like, whew, I just made it? Or are you going to look at it and go, you know what? I made it, but I want to make a little bit more.
Yeah. And also, I would want to just keep working forward because I always say you never know what will come up.
Yeah.
Which is why when I'm thinking, I might have this event that's happening in a couple weeks, but what is also, that's like in the front of my brain and the back of my brain is, okay, then in April, we have this. In May, we have this. And so that's always sitting kind of like a train back there.
I get that totally. I mean, you have to compartmentalize some of that for yourself so you don't, burn your brain right out.
But here's the other thing. This also goes with, and this happens in every single workplace, it also goes with, I do kind of hold him on a higher standard because he is one of those people that gets it done. So when he's not here or when like I think he's Ubering on the clock, I'm disappointed. I'm like a disappointed parent to a child.
Because he can get it done.
Right.
And it's like if it's happening at that time, then you're like, well, you're not quite getting it done the way I get it.
Where other schleps that may or may not work in this building, I'm like, all right, they're never going to do anything anyway, so what do I care? The other update was the restaurant update from Valentine's Day. And what happened was I had gotten a gift card from Scott and his significant other for winning.
We did this on the show, yes.
Yes, but they asked for an update.
Okay.
So Scott and his significant other gave out a gift card for the winner of the Super Bowl halftime show, or not the halftime show, sorry. The Super Bowl.
Yes, Kendrick Lamar won a TJ Maxx gift card from me.
The winner of the Super Bowl sides and appetizer competition, and I won with my sausage balls.
You want to see your trophy again? Hang on.
Yes.
Show this thing off, damn it.
So part of the other winnings, besides the trophy, was a $50 gift card to TJ Maxx and a $50 gift card to a bunch of area restaurants. And this restaurant that I went to on Valentine's Day, I used the gift card, and then I also threw some money in a tip jar. But when I was using the gift card inside, because it wasn't working on the app and it wasn't working on their website, when I went to use it inside, the total was different. And I was like, well, maybe I just, didn't click all the way through. I'm not sure what happened, but okay, whatever. And I kind of blew it off. Once we got in the car, Zach said, you just tipped her a really nice tip. Oh. And I thought, I didn't think it was like that great. And he said, no, she tipped herself 20%. And then you put that cash in the bucket. So now she just got a $30 tip on a to-go order of $50-some. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, right. And we analyzed the hell out of this.
Yes, we did.
One of the things, because we had also gotten takeout over the weekend, one of the things we realized was there is on some restaurants a button you can click, did you want to include gratuity or not, specifically for a curbside pickup scenario, not eating in the restaurant. And we had done it where I didn't do it, she did it, thank God. She clicked off on it, and then I wrote it in on the receipt. And we had analyzed this all the way through, how it seems without proper signage on Valentine's Day to say all to-go orders are going to include a X amount of tip without it clearly said somewhere. It's real skeevy. It's real theft-like.
Yeah.
Because it's easy for someone to punch in on a keyboard. I can't watch you do it. I don't know your system for entering in your pricing and all that stuff, and just go boop, 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 and there it is. There's the 20% tip that they're doing. So my suggestion to you was, and we had a lot of people with different things saying, yes, that is theft, this and that, was to, at this point, you needed to go into the restaurant, ask the manager. You kind of do it. Don't go in guns blazing. You kind of do it. My suggestion was you go, hey, did you guys have a thing on Valentine's night where automatic tips were included with car side to go orders? Kind of let them either, well, no, or yes, there's something on our app that it's automatically there unless you click off there. We were letting them have to explain themselves.
Right.
And that was what happened.
The update was I did not go in. And here's why. I talked to Zach about it, And one of the things that I didn't say on the air, but I will say now, is he said the person that did this was very pregnant. And maybe that is her. I know he's now all of a sudden the bleeding heart, which is not Zach-like. But he said maybe this is her
pregnancy brain.
I wouldn't say that. He said, I bet you that she did that because she really needs the money. And this probably is this is her job. She's not getting rich off of it. So don't get a pregnant girl fired.
Really?
I know. So
I'm sorry, I can't agree with that. I'm sorry, because where does it stop? Does that mean, oh, I don't have enough money, I'll steal formula from Walmart, but I'm pregnant or I have a little baby, it won't matter? The principle is the same. Okay.
Believe me, I wanted to go in there.
Yeah, the principle is the same on it when it comes down to that. You cannot allow someone to just go away, okay, well, because you're pregnant. I mean, what if you found out she was a scammer all the way around wearing a pregnancy suit? I mean,
okay, that's a little extreme, and also an Amy Schumer movie. But
yeah,
okay,
exactly. Well, it's every Amy Schumer movie, but no, I'm sorry, I can't get down with that.
You still want me to go in?
I do. I think that you need to have it addressed, if nothing else, for the answers for yourself. If you now know yourself, knowing what the situation is, and you decide to, after they explain, oh, yes, on Valentine's we did this, or, oh, no, that we didn't have anything like that. Okay, you have the knowledge. You yourself personally can decide whether or not you want to report the incident to the manager or not. But to just look the other way, I mean, I'm sorry, that doesn't cut it.
Right, because then when she's not pregnant, she'll probably do the same and get away with it.
I think it's a pattern.
And right, and then it's theft left and right.
Yeah, it's a pattern. You're right. It's again, the slippery slope.
The funny thing is, last night, we had a late night. We had some errands to run, obviously. And Zach joked, hey, do you want to go back to beep restaurant? And I'm like, I don't, honestly. That has turned me off. I don't ever want to go back there for either a very long time or ever again, because now I'm becoming my mother and I'm holding grudges way too long. My mom still won't.
Because they have good food. You need to go in and at least clear up for yourself. Know if it's one person that decided to do this, but still, that one person, no, I'm sorry, pregnant or not, that does not get it. It's not a guarantee. You know what you've become?
What?
And I'm sorry that people can hate me for this comment.
A puss.
You have become Extreme Home Makeover on ABC. When Extreme Home Makeover started, anybody could get submitted for their house to get redone. But what happened? Well, they realized, we get the sympathy card if we go for the people that had some sort of tragedy or some illness or some death or this or that. And it became, if you would have started the show and originally said it's going to be Extreme Makeover for those that had a tragedy, you'd have been right up front in the beginning and you are transparent on it. That show started when it started way back, I think early 2000s. Anybody could get it.
Oh, yeah. And that happened with American Idol and all the singing shows,
if
too.
If your sob story's
stuff.
good enough, oh, man, they're going to, and for them, it's a ratings ploy. For you in this case, now, a good way that the girl could have handled it, man, if she was really rubbing her belly a lot, like, and making some noises, you might be more inclined to say, I'm going to slide you an extra $5.
Right.
But for her to gift herself,
that's what pissed me off.
For her to steal 20%, that is not right. Whether,
I know.
It doesn't matter. I'm sorry.
I know. No, I know. And I believe me, I want to say something because I am the person that doesn't allow people to get away with bull crap. As you know, I have called people out over parking in front of a gas pump, or the woman who threw the Dunkin' at Walmart against the building.
Right. Like the bad behavior.
Yes, I don't usually let people get away with bad behavior. But the pregnancy thing was kind of getting me.
Why don't you at least get the real answer?
Okay.
Because right now it's leaning totally on the emotional side. What? Yes, I will go with you.
Do you want to go to this restaurant for your birthday?
I would be. You know what? I'd be happy to do the talking for you.
I would. No, you don't have to do the talking for me. I just feel like a little moral support and some chips and salsa might not be so bad.
Oh God, do they have good chips and salsa?
I know. Yeah, there's a clue as to where we were.
Golly, wow.
I feel like there was a third update, but I don't remember what it was.
We are horrible at doing updates.
I know, but there is one other thing I want to tell you. So Zach has been sick for the third time this season, and I am unfortunately have something in my chest right now. So last week we didn't sleep in the same bed because of this. And this week, same thing. So one thing that is a Zach rule is no Junior in the bed, my dog. And my dog is 14. He's very old. You can see that he's getting tired, you know? So
He's getting tired.
I have really enjoyed sleeping in the bed with my dog.
Yeah, you always did.
I've been sleeping in the spare bedroom. As much as like I kind of miss sleeping in the bed with Zach, I kind of don't want to go back. At least until Junior passes, which could be 2 weeks from now.
Oh.
It could be 2 years from now.
You're right.
He
it
might
could have
live.
happened 2 minutes ago.
Shut up.
See?
He could live to be 16.
Or older.
I mean, yeah, maybe. But is that so weird that I kind of want to just tell Zach, I won't be back until Junior
You could do
passes.
that, but then he's going to get real comfortable. And what I mean by that is, do you have a TV in your bedroom?
No.
Okay.
In neither of the bedrooms.
There probably will be a TV soon in the bedroom. if you're out and
Yeah.
you and Junior are in the guest room,
Yeah.
snuggling it up, enjoying your slumber, there'll be a TV that'll end up in the bedroom. He's going to get real used to watching the TV. Then when Junior, which, hopefully not soon, goes over the Rainbow Bridge, then all of a sudden you've decided, well, I'm ready to move back into the main bedroom. Well, Zach's into watching all these shows, and you're just like sitting there, like, really,
Wait.
be ready. This is a slippery slope.
And then when you want to that means you have to like occasionally just sneak in and be like,
Yeah.
I'm just here for a good time, not a long time.
Oh God, that's so good.
One other thing, this is so morbid, but I have been dying to ask you this.
Oh.
Because I don't know if this has ever happened to you. Did you ever have a dog pass in the bed?
No. Do you remember Pebbles? Do
I remember Pebbles? Of course.
She was the third of the original 3 pugs that I had. I had
Yes.
Fred and Wilma that were brother and sister, and then Pebbles was a weak moment with my ex-wife at a pet store. Pebbles got taken home, brought back to the pet store, taken home, brought back. Finally, she goes, I'm getting Pebbles. I'm like, okay. And Pebbles was a bit of a mongoloid. I mean, she had a tongue that hung down. She was like, she was a wreck. I'm not going to lie. Clearly, there was some puppy farm action going on with that dog, right? Sweet as shit, though.
Little incestual, yeah.
And here's the kicker with it. Pebbles died at least 12 times and came back to life. Do you remember this? She actually died at the vets when we took her to see would she survive longer or was it going to be the magic juice shot that was going to push her over the bridge? Because I can tell you this.
Push her over the bridge.
Yeah, I sensitivity at its finest here. Hey, it's my birthday. Fuck off. So, at any rate, I'll tell you the whole morbid truth on all of it. So my heart was broken with one of the original pugs, Wilma. And you'll remember this. Wilma.
Yeah, I had just started.
Oh, this broke me up. Wilma,
and he was crying in the studio to a woman named Carol Sutterby. And I'm like, I just met you. And I'm like, what is going on? Now I'm totally different because now I'm obsessed with my dog. But keep going.
Or actually, you found sympathy and empathy. But we'll go there. But yeah, so Wilma, it was heartbreaking. I used to call her my dolly. She was my little girl. She was just such a great dog. And Fred was a great dog too. Well, Wilma had to go an emergency vet visit. We found out she had a stone, like a kidney stone that had lodged in the tube, the urethra on the way out. They couldn't do anything. They had to put her down. And it was while she was at the vet. It was heartbreaking, right? And very sudden. We thought it was going to be, okay, this is what it is. We've been down this road, but we didn't expect that.
No wonder you were crying at work the next day.
Oh, it was horrible. It was horrible. Then Fred and Pebbles continued to live for quite a bit longer. So Fred, he lived a few more years, and I came home one day, and I'm not sure if Fred had fallen or something, but he was maybe had a stroke. I don't know what it was.
Oh my God!
It was another visit to the vet, and they said, "Look, Fred,
the magic juice.
Yeah, we're gonna get the magic juice and the shove over the bridge ready." So but he was older. He was 16. He was at that point, right?
Whoa. Oh, okay. So I could be in the spare bedroom for another 2 years.
You could.
Okay. Got
and then Pebbles, when it was her time, now she would have, I guess, cardiac arrest randomly around the house.
Can you just picture like her legs up in the air?
Yes.
Oh.
And she would go hard as a carp, tongue hanging out, and be like, bah, and down she'd go. And then
all of a sudden, whoop.
Yep, she's back. I mean, it was unbelievable, right? But I mean,
talk about 9 lives.
What do you do, right? So eventually it got to the point, there was quite a few in the series of a couple days, and it was decided had to go to the vet and have it looked at.
Yeah.
Well, it happened while we were at the vet as well. The vet had come in and goes, oh yeah, we see
time of death.
Yeah, we see what happened. And then of course she's back. She's like, so the vet goes, I think you need to say your goodbyes. This is not going to improve.
How have I never heard this part?
Oh yeah, that was rough. And then so that was that. Now,
okay, so my question though.
Yeah. Oh, where were we?
My question was, so let's say I stay in the bed for 2 years.
Oh yeah, back to the bed.
And Junior dies in bed. Do you continue to use that bed, or does that bed all of a sudden have to go?
Okay, it's not Zach or your grandparent that died in a bed that you suddenly either inherited the mattress
I love Junior more.
Well,
I'm
okay, but it's Junior is this big. I mean, you okay? Here's I believe the rule. Most of the time, dogs sleep above a blanket. Most of the time, so you might want to dispose of the blanket that he passed on, or wrap him, nicely in it. Dig the hole in the backyard, throw him in, and that's that. But if it's a human being, I believe you must replace, maybe not to the box spring, but at least the mattress.
I think it all comes together anymore, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, or they don't even have them. Now they just have the beds with the slats and you deal with that. So I would say if it's a human being, the bed's got to go, the mattress. If it's a dog, a cat, the blanket or pillow should go with them. But other than that, you're good.
See, I can't imagine.
If it's a fish,
Oh, I'm not sleeping with my fish. I think that if this happened.
Neither is Zach.
Sorry. If this happened, I think I would have to get rid of the bed, or I could never sleep in that bed ever again, because then I would always be thinking of Junior crossing the Rainbow Bridge in that bed.
Well, or you can think of it like, Junior wanted to be with you at his last moment, and every time you crawl into bed, you are, closer to him.
No, this is creepy.
That'd be like sleeping in a cemetery. Never mind.
Right, I'm getting rid of the bed. I've decided.
The mattress or the whole bedroom set? Because this is starting to sound like you just want to redecorate.
Actually, you're right. That's not a bad idea. But he's not dead. I just want to point out, Junior's still alive and well. He's doing great.
As far as we know.
Also, just to end it, do you think this looks like pickleball paddles on my sweater or cherries?
Yeah, a little bit. Let me
put my glasses on.
Yeah, I had to ask you today. I said, I like your shirt. My mom had one in 86.
I know, that's what I like about it.
Okay,
it looks I'm very much a Betty right now.
Oh, you are Betty.
Betty free.
So I like it, but I couldn't tell were they cherries or strawberries. I knew it was some kind of fruit because they got almost like a point on them.
You're right.
Is
you know
it
what?
a strawberry?
You're right. It does have a little strawberry feel to it, but the stem, I think, gives it away. Or it looks like pickleball paddles.
Pickleball paddles it is.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, that was fun. Wasn't that fun? That was fun. Do us a favor, will you? Subscribe. Share the Scott and Alley Not for Air podcast. Touch our buttons. We know you want to.